Hello, beautiful people. My name is Ame, and I hope you're doing well. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you have been here before, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you again. I've been gone for so long, and I apologize. Last time I made a video, I went, "I'll see you next week," and then I just disappeared from the face of the earth. I'm alive. I've been really busy with work, but truthfully, I haven't had anything to say. I did, but authentically, from the bottom of my heart, could have a order. I couldn't have had. I couldn't have said it truthfully and with conviction. So I was like, you know what, it's my channel, and if I'm watching someone and I realize they're not being authentic and their name is literally authentically them, I'm gonna unsubscribe. So I was like, you know what, I'd rather not post for a little bit and come back and be real when I actually have something to say, and when I'm ready to say it. I guess that's the thing. I just wasn't ready to say anything. When I'll be ready to say it, I'll say it. And now I'm ready to talk. I've been just going through it. I filmed this video 2 times. The first one was just everywhere, so I just figured instead of sharing my inner thoughts, let me share them, but in an organized way. So let's start with the start, I started an internship in the beginning of summer. I've been working really hard. When they interviewed me, or when I interviewed for the position, they asked me, would you open to work for a full-time position, or would you be interested in a full-time position after your internship? My goodness, after your internship. And I said yes, of course, because I was graduating. And then they didn't have a full-time position, so I guess they just asked for nothing, and I had to get over that mentally. At first I was working really hard, and then I understood that no matter how hard I worked, it wouldn't matter really. Like, it wouldn't matter, or it wouldn't count towards a position, because there were no positions. I don't know if there was ever a position for me. So, as much as I absolutely love working there, there's just no position for me. So I had to kind of, like I said, get over that mentally. And then my mom lost her job that she's had for so long, and my uncle got terminal cancer. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's absolutely ridiculous. And then in the same period of time, I got some hormonal issues. I was on my period for 50 days, okay? And then my knees had been hurting since like February, I think. Like, it was hard to get up the stairs, and I had gained weight, and I've been struggling with my body image and stuff. And so, all different levels of struggle. I think my uncle having terminal cancer is worse than me having aching knees, obviously. But it's just all together, it was so much mentally, also like the job thing. And then I was applying to job, getting rejection after rejection, or just not hearing anything from companies at all. And then I went over to my mom's for a weekend, and I got to see my uncle, and relatively he's doing well. He's still cracking jokes, and he's still his old self. Yes, he has cancer. It's not going to take away from the fact that he's probably going to pass away the coming months. But seeing him being able to be his true self instead of a shell of himself really just took some weight off my shoulders. Knowing that he still had joy in his heart, and I got to see my whole family. Is pretty fun. You know, family's complicated sometimes, so that definitely played on my mental health. Some of the things that were said and some of the things that I, you know, witnessed being around my family. Like I said, family's complicated. And then, yeah, so I had been applying to job. Other than that, I had been applying to job, but at least I had that, you know, off my shoulders, knowing, look, yes, I can't change the situation with my uncle, but at least he's doing better than I thought. You know, like I said, he's not a shell of himself. He's, you know, I'll still be able to go talk to him and spend time with him, you know, again, before it's time for him to go. And then I've been applying, like I said, I've been applying to job. I gave up on the hope of working where I'm doing my internship, but you know, I've been applying to jobs, and I had one interview, and it went really well, and that definitely gave me hope. The position itself was not like it's HR, you know, it wasn't like a once in a lifetime opportunity. You'll never find a position like this, but definitely some of the things that they offer are very, very interesting and will definitely help me in the situation I'm in, or I will be in during you know, the coming months. Anyways, regardless, so that, and then I've been living in a very, very small place, and for the past 2 years I've been living here, and I'm not paying a lot relatively compared to a lot of people. I'm not paying a lot considering I'm in a big city, but it is a very, very, very small place, and as much as I'm trying to keep everything clean, it is an old building, and so, you know, I would love to be able at least to have a closed bedroom. Just, you know, it doesn't have to be huge, but just a closed bedroom, but I can't afford it. And I've been, you know, I've been feeling like, man, like I worked so hard in school. I went through university, and I can't even afford like a 1 bedroom. Come on now. And I know it's just a matter of time, but it's, you know, 3 years is some time living in the size of most people's bedrooms, you know, in between 4 walls in a bedroom, you know. But I'm still very thankful. Like, my neighborhood is okay. Like, it's relatively clean compared to the rest of Montreal. Live in Montreal. Though, you know, I can't go on long walks anymore, and I think that definitely has been playing on my mental health. I used to love running, I used to love walking, and because I didn't take care of my hypermobile articulations while running, and, you know, being very, very, very active when I was younger, now my knees are just old and decrepit. I've been doing acupuncture, and it definitely has helped, but it's a temporary thing. Like, you do acupuncture, but you need to go again like almost every week for it to actually, like, it's not a long-term solution is what I'm trying to say. So I've been trying to heal my knees, and so I can muscle up my legs and be stronger, so my articulations aren't as achy. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff, like just a whole bunch of things, you know. It's not like just things have been going, and you know, just whatever. I have a couple interviews. I had one you know, a single one, and I know it's better than a lot of people, but what I realized filming my other video, the video before this one, is that I think I've been unconsciously grieving what I thought 25 would look like. I turned 25 the 3rd of July, and it was definitely bittersweet. I was very happy. My friend came, well, my best friend came all the way from Quebec, and my boyfriend organized a whole day of activities, and you know, but it was the fact that I was turning 25 that was really messing with my head. Quarter of a century, closer to 50, then, you know. And I know some people will say, oh, but you're still so young. I know, but in the moment, that's how I felt, and that's how unconsciously I've been feeling, that I had this image in my head. I had these expectations that by 25 I wouldn't be rich, but I would have a job, like a good job, and I would have, you know, an apartment, like a cute little place, and I'd have a car, and I'd have, like, I don't know, I would have been able to go on vacation. Like, not like, I didn't imagine it being like very lavish and fancy, and oh, I'm not gonna say no if someone offers that to me, but you know, like, I didn't have like this grandiose, you know, thing. I just imagined that I would have been more comfortable. And because I feel like I'm still transitioning into that comfortable state, I'm grieving that plan. I'm grieving that idea that I would have my shit together, kind of, a little bit, you know. And I'm talking, again, I'm not talking about having a house, you know, we can all forget about that, but you know, like, I'm not talking about having a house and having kids and being married. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking just about having a bedroom instead of living in a bedroom, you know, or having a little car, nothing fancy, just like a car that I can just drive around, and you know, some, I don't know, I just thought it would be different. And talking to you guys have made me right now, and the previous video that I'm never gonna show anybody because it was all over the place, just didn't make a lot of sense because I was just emptying my head out. I thought I would be more comfortable. I thought, you know, like I said, I thought I would have my shit together a little bit, but right now I don't feel like I really do. Though things are starting to move, things are starting to change. I'm going to have a job after my internship. Not there, fortunately. I would have loved to work there again, but you know, it's what it is. Another company, and I did the only interview I did. I got the job, and I'm very, very grateful. I'm very happy and excited to start working, to make some monies, you know, to get some experience, to meet some new people. The job is not like once in a lifetime experience. You're gonna be, you know, like working with unicorns, but you know, it's an HR job, and I'm very grateful that I got that. It's gonna allow me to be comfortable, and you know, and it's gonna work out with things. I'm just starting to see some changes, and that's why I felt like, okay, I'm gonna make a video now, because things are starting to change. And if I can't just help one person know that please be patient. Please understand that it might take a couple years. I know that's not what we want to hear. We want to have it now, or at least in a couple months. It's going to take a couple years of just feeling stuck and unfulfilled, really. Sometimes grieving to the idea that we had, or this ideal that we had. Grieving that, it's going to take some time, and the sooner you accept that, look, it's okay to just go, hey, right now I'm not content with my life, right now I'm not comfortable, right now I'm not where I thought I would be, but I'm trusting that I'm working. And not every day you're gonna be like that, okay, but on your good days, just know, tell yourself, I'm working towards something. I don't know what yet, but it's gonna be good because I'm a good person, because I'm working hard, because I trust. And so that's what I've been telling myself for like 2 years, 3, and especially the past year has been really, really rough with everything going on. And I was starting to lose weight, and I gained it all back and then some, and then I lost weight, and then I maintained it, and then I'm like stuck, and then I hurt my knees, and then it's like I felt like every time I was taking a step forward, I was being pushed back, and I was taking it, and then I was pushed back, and then I had to stay there because I was like, well, at least if I don't move, I'm not gonna be pushed back. And that's what I did, and I guess that's what I needed to do. I needed to stop pushing forward because I couldn't push forward. I just needed to wait. I need to wait for my knees to get better. I need to work to make them stronger instead of trying to, okay, I want to shed a lot of weight and I want to start running, and it's not going to happen. My knees hurt really, really bad. I'm making them worse every time I go up and down the stairs. Okay, it's bad, but I'm working on it. I'm working on healing them. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if just one person's watching this video and they're feeling stuck, and they're 18 or they're 19 or they're 20 or they're 21 or they're 25, they're 27, 28, know, like, your time's coming, okay? Both of us, we need to be patient. And you're like, but I've been patient. Be patient some more. It's gonna come. If you're working towards something and you feel like you're always being pushed back, see if you can't work around that. See if you can do something different. See what's going on. Instead of just looking forward, look around sometimes and go, like, what's holding me back? What's keeping me from being comfortable? What's keeping me from achieving my goal? If it's, well, I'm not done with school, I'm sorry, man. There's nothing I can tell you, but just, you gotta wait. Apply to jobs, yes, but like, you can't help that no one's calling you back. I can't force people to hire me. I got really lucky. I got hired, and I mean lucky. I worked really hard. I did so much research. And if you do the same, your time is gonna come. You need to trust, and you need to understand that this idea you imagine, or this vision you had for yourself when you were 25 or 27 or 28 or 21 or 22, it's not going to be like that. Some things are going to be different. You might as well just go, look, I'm working towards something, and I don't know exactly what, but I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be what I deserve. I know that it's going to make me more comfortable. Trust that, like, the experiences, what you're going through right now, it's really freaking rough. Like, it is exhausting, and you're going to cry, and you're going to hate yourself sometimes, or you're going to hate life, and you're going to be angry at everyone, okay? But that's not going to be every day. And trust that what you're going through, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, that's leading you towards something. I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. Like, I've been through man. The past year has been really rough, and it's starting to get a little better. And I know that no matter what happened, I'll always come out the other side, and I'm gonna be led to what I deserve, what I'm meant to be, where I'm meant to be at. I don't know if it makes sense. I've been rambling a lot. I'm gonna have this titled, like, I'm gonna have to title this like a rant or something, but I'm gonna end on that. You might think, really? Yeah, because that's where I'm at right now. Trust, just be patient and understand it's okay, man. If it sucks, it does suck. Life really freaking suck right now, and unfortunately has always sucked, unless you're like a Nepo baby who's had everything, you know, silver spooned to you, whatever, or, you know. A lot of things are gonna suck, but a lot of things are gonna be great, and you need to trust that at one point you're gonna end up in that great space, and doors are gonna open for you, and you might think that's not the door I thought it would be, but trust that it's the right door, and trust that we're gonna get through it. Like, we're gonna be so good. Hold on to that hope with me. Hold my hands. We're gonna be okay. Let's, you know, let's be okay with not being okay right now. So yeah. Whatever. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe, press the bell icon, and do all this stuff. And, you know, if you stuck around till the end, thank you so much, and I'm really grateful for you. So grateful for you, even if it's just one person, even if it's two, even if it's 100. So grateful that you took the time to watch this, and I hope it helped. And if you have some advice, if you have some, you know, don't give me no, you know, obvious things, but if things genuinely helped you, please let me know. Let's support each other. It's gonna suck, but it doesn't have to suck alone, you know. Pause. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go. I love you. If no one told you today, I love you. And